Welcome to the GadManDubs studio. I, Abba Makkonen, Please introduce yourself again to the Dub Arc family.
Yeah, Rastafari children, I, Abba Makkonen, Rastafari, the Ethiopian name, so we are walking in forefathers from Ethiopia, so we carry their names, spread it around. And where we go, we have the Ethiopian with us, So I, Abba Makkonen, Rastafari.
So tell me about this project you've been doing with myself, GadManDubs, about how long it's taken and what's gone into this album.
Well, it seems like a short space of time still that we've been working on this project, but if you multiply it in years, it add up to actually 3 years, they probably said project. But we're not going to put anything out there that we're not confident with, you understand me? So, what we've done something, we have to go and look at it again and check ourselves and realize that, yeah, we want to give the people the best. So until we reach a point that we are satisfied, we're not going to put it out. So luckily, I give thanks to Rastafari. We start this project, and right now, we come to the end of the project. So it's time to say a prayer, and keep a feast, Yeah, about 3 years in numbers took us,
So what tracks do you recommend on the album for the Dub Arc family here?
Well, the Arc family, I say the Dub Arc family is a superstar family still, So that track of the album called Superstar, So we dedicate this one to the superstar family, because you know, every youth want to be a superstar. When they're born, you want to be a footballer, a cricketer, a runner, a jumper. It's a natural thing to be a star, I want to be a star, so we have to just bring forth this tune to resurrect that feeling there, to the youth them that, listen, you're a superstar, you can be an international superstar, Yeah, so we give the Dub Arc that.
So tell us a bit about your history with this music. How long have you been recording? How did you get into recording and singing and chanting?
It's like a journey, It's like traveling from one country to the next, We never really have it in our heart, If you search out our heart, it never was in our heart. But music was always in our heart, a part of us. So by traveling and the reality of it, we realize that there's something more important than music at the early days. We realize that learn about Rastafari and make a connection with our forefathers was more important to I than music. But music always there by my side. So most of my life I focus that to know my Ethiopian history and my forefathers' history. So while checking out that, we stumble on music. We just walk into a house that's full of music. So, and that brought us to the point where we are now, So it's a natural journey, that more, they said, no, we have enough more to give, we have enough more things inside, enough things we see and know and stuff that we like to tell the people about, So, it's a journey,
So, what's your plans with this album, and what do you intend for your future in this arena?
We are simple, Dr. G, We are simple youth, and we achieve the album, and that is good enough for us. But if we can hear it playing at radio stations still, say in Jamaica, which very shortly I'll be going down to see if this part is possible. If we can get one of the songs played on IRFM, Jamaica #1 reggae station, boy, that would be like a proud moment. To me, it would feel like £1 million in my pocket, Dr. G, So I'll be rich. I don't know Dr. G, so I'm rich there, I'm rich to man. Physically, materially, and spiritually.
So, how did you get to meet myself then? Tell the people, because
well, again, the journey again, the journey brought me to some more musicians in Peckham area, and we started to build an album. And my intention was to call it album Prince Amongst Men, That was the idea. And I got to a point where I weren't really satisfied with how things was working out, We weren't happy. I weren't learning fast enough. I weren't improving, and it made me unhappy. So I began to wonder and say a prayer to Jah, and by saying a prayer, I stumbled on a virgin, and we got talking, and this virgin name is Dr. G. Genius from GadManDubs. And he says he's a producer, and I say, right now, I write some songs, and we decide to play each of our songs. And I got to realize, blood and skirt, not the same thing me I try to deal with. The same thing this brother I deal with. So boom, marriage took place, the marriage of Lamdos took place, and just signed it right there. So, and from there, so I don't look anywhere else. I go to Jamaica and record in many studio, but GadManDubs is my home still, So that's how the thing manifested, Rastafari,
Right, it's my pleasure, man. So, what else could we ask you about? What would you say about the industry at the moment as a whole? That the big artists, as opposed to us, The
big fish, they eat up with small fish, So I can't par with the big fish them right now. They just eat me up. So you have some small man we are trying to come through business right now. So be friendly with them. There's some singer in Jamaica, Spring High and all them man they will link up with enough more man in Jamaica. We don't make it to the big fish stage as yet. We try to be friendly with them. Hopefully all of us can bust out of the ball. One go.
Yeah.
New breed, new manifestation, new ideas,
So have you, before we go, because just want you to, tell us what your favourite song is on the album.
Well,
personally,
you don't know, so with them is our feel. When we are writing a song, and I composing a song, this song is a hit. So when I call Genius, I say, Genius, get yourself ready. I have a hit tune here. So everyone me write, to me, is a hit. But when I record, I said, sure. I wonder if it really is a hit. You have to try to convince yourself. You can't convince yourself. But there's a track on the album that we think it please I, Dr. Genius helped her to comfort with this track. A track called Look Into My Eyes, That track, they really, please me from my soul wise,
What is the message then behind that track? What was your track?
Everyone need a relationship. Everyone need a female, a male, a partner, in life, And in that relationship, love has to be the key factor here, unless it's not going to work. So if your female and male can't look into your eyes and talk to you straight, something is wrong, So the song says, why don't you look into my eyes when I'm looking at you, So if you're looking into my eyes now as my partner, I think that you're concentrating hard on what I'm saying. You're trying to figure it out and understand it. But if you're not looking into my eyes, I see that your mind is somewhere else, So we need to focus our mind now on the subject, and the subject is love, and love is Rastafari. Rastafari is the brotherly love. So we need that point there first, because before we can get up to the higher stage,
So what would you say about the future of yourself and your intentions for your next batch of music?
Well, this album, I like the people them to listen to this album, because we have another album that we like to come up with to show the people themselves we are Abba Makkonen is improving. So the next album now will show that if I'm improving. So I like them to listen to this one. So when the next one comes along, they are my friends,
So
family.
I feel like Upgrade would be a good title for the next album.
Yes, because that's what we need. We need that. We need the grade to the level. We need it, Upgrade is good, man. But we have an idea to call it Jah Expectation, because right now we're the stage that we got to. Jah expect something from us. And we have to you them, my friends, what Jah require of us. I will live up to Jah expectation,
I'm glad you actually come to that conclusion, because right now we've got like 1 minute left, and I wanted to, if you like, just to share a quick message with the world. We've got 40 seconds left, so.
Well, when I check out the world history, you get to realize that all of us are brothers, just separated. Some we down the line there, but having different fathers. So until we realize that we have the same blood, the said offspring and so on, and we are one, we're not going to reach a level of love that we really want to. When one man decides they want 3/4 of the cake and give the next man 1/4, no love ain't going to be in that. So until we can reach a point of love, then, we reach there, we really feel the feeling and enjoy it. So we give thanks for these few words still, you know, to GadManDubs that help her along and so on, and all the brethren who inspire. I give thanks with enough respect and praise, you know. Rastafari, Dr. Gina. So I give thanks, you know, to GadManDubs, you know, to allow I to express myself.
Ja made it in time.
Yeah, Ja made it in time to see why, you know, and the world, you know. Rastafari.
Fine. Life.
True. Health and strength for the nations, you know. Peace and prosperity, you know. Rastafari. So that's, yeah, you know.